everyone, my name's Adam from Hydrogen PCs. I just finished my latest build. It's called the Hydrogen Venom, and I wanted to kind of get into it and talk about it and show you some of the things that I've done with it to make it look as good as it does. So yeah, I'm excited to show it off, so let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing that you'll probably notice is it's an all black and green build with a custom 3D printed design of a spider web and a black widow crawling across the bottom of it. I'm really excited about this design, one because I designed it by hand, just completely free-handed it, and I had to learn how spiders design webs to make it as realistic as possible. I didn't want just some like basic clip art looking thing in there, so I learned how spiders design webs, and then I designed my own web as if I was a spider, and then I had to learn how webs break. Whenever you like snap a little string here and there, like what happens to the rest of the web. So it's actually designed to have been a circular web at one point that got broken to give it that triangular shape to it, and that was just really interesting. And now I'm like way more into spider webs than I was before. I think they're super cool. And then on the inside we have a Gigabyte 3060. It's a low hash rate version, but that's the one I was able to get a hold of, and I've painted it green, and it's this really nice looking automotive paint. So it has a lot of these like sparkles inside of it and these like metal flakes that really give it some depth and some shine, and I think it matches the custom green PSU extension cables as well. Because that's another like very dark green but like very shiny kind of color. So I think that those match really well, and I will go ahead and take the side panel off real quick just so you can see it. The one thing I don't like about this case is the way the side panel comes off is very precarious. It's tempered glass, but then it has these screws that just go straight into the side. This is the Fractal Design Meshify C Mini, and it is just sketchy. As soon as you take this last plug off, you'll see what I mean. It just sits on these grommets, and in order to lift it off, you kind of just have to pull it off, but you don't have there's not really a good way to hold it. When it comes off, it feels a little bit sketchy. That's all I'll say. I haven't really enjoyed taking it on or off. And then on top of that, anytime you put it back on, you have to re-clean the glass because your fingerprints will get all over the glass the way that it's designed. So yeah, if you see in there that very vibrant green graphics card kind of being lit up by the studio lights I have as well. But in person, you can really see a lot of the little sparkles and shiny things, and I really love the way that this paint job came out on this Gigabyte graphics card. One thing I wanted to do but was afraid of, there's this extra plastic piece right here that says Gigabyte where the LEDs shine through, and that is just a clear piece of plastic that they stencil Gigabyte into and then paint gray. So I believe that I could scrape this off and make it just completely clear and then repaint my own language onto it. And of course I would make it say Venom, but that's something I wasn't quite comfortable doing because if I messed it up, then I would have messed up that whole part. I could have also tried to 3D print this, but it's such a complicated piece. I'm not exactly good at measuring angles right now because all I have is a analog protractor compared to digital ones where you can get the exact angles and everything. But if I can get my hands on a digital protractor, I probably wouldn't be afraid of redesigning plastic parts like this, where I could just 3D print one that would say Venom instead of Gigabyte and then just swap out this entire piece. So that's one thing I wanted to do but wasn't really able to. But everything else, I'm really happy with the way it turned out. These 3D prints are mounted directly into the case fans, so you know they're in there solidly. They're not just glued to the side panel or anything like that, and you could take them out, put them in a different PC, get the STL files yourself off of Colts 3D. I have all the files on there for sale, just like 99 cents or something like that. And so if you like this design of the spider webs or the little baby spider, yeah, you can just go download them from there and print them yourself, put them in whatever you want to do. Yeah, so going over the parts real quick, this is a 5600X, but I put it on a Wraith Spire because, one, Wraith Spires are excellent air coolers for the price especially. You can buy them on Craigslist all day for like 20 bucks. So Wraith Spire, beautiful RGB setup. It's got this spiraling effect to it to kind of give it some more life to it, and I really like the same effect going on with the Corsair front fans. Those are just some 140 millimeter front fans that also have kind of like this movement to the green RGB, and it just kind of gives the whole PC this pulsing kind of color effect. Then we have, yeah, ballistics, just some black ballistics RGB RAM, 16 gigabytes, 3600 speed. We are rocking a MSI B550M mortar motherboard because it is a black and white build, and I think that the polished aluminum really reflects the colors well. You can't really tell that it's white whenever you put the side panel on. It reflects more of the green, so it really helps amplify that black and green aesthetic that I got going on in there. And then we're running a 1 terabyte Kingston NVMe M.2 hard drive. There is some cable management on the backside that I definitely want to show off. So on the backside here, we have a cable already ran for attaching another SSD to. And everything's pretty tidy. One thing I love about the Fractal series of cases is how good the cable management is on them. My personal rig runs a Fractal Design Mesh IC, and it's maxed out. I cannot put any more objects into that case, but it's still cable managed perfectly. You know, I have 2 hard drives down here. I maxed out the fans on the front. I got a radiator on the top. I got a fan on the back. I got all the SSDs on the back. I got M.2 inside the motherboard. It's, you know, all the sticks of RAM, all the graphics card cabling. There's literally not a thing I could do to upgrade it except maybe put in a you know, go from like a 3080 to a 3090, but that's not going to change anything from cable's point of view. But it just looks, it's so efficient. There's so much room to run all your cables, so many good mounting points. Like, they really thought about pretty much everything that you could do. So shout out to Fractal. You guys are killing it. Still my favorite case manufacturer to date. And then, yeah, if you could look over on the monitor that's been up the whole time, I also created a custom desktop and Windows theme for this PC. So whoever buys it, turns it on, all they need to do is log into their Microsoft account. But yeah, they already have all of their desktop programs installed. They already have all the RGB controllers installed. They already have a really cool theme that matches their PC. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my Hydrogen Venom build. Pretty happy about it. Hope that it can get sent off to someone who is in need of a decent PC, a really good price to performance type of build, and is willing to, you know, love it and take care of it and enjoy it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next build that I do. Peace out.